Hi, I'm John Everts from California Leasing, and welcome to This Week in Santa Clarita Real Estate. I am here with my friend Mary. How are you today?
Great. John, how are you?
I'm super good, and I'm really grateful that you came out today to talk about this. Real estate's like what we nerd out on, right? But as a realtor, I think one of the most important things is being a member of the community that is making the world a little bit better place. And so one of the ways that we can do that is by donating resources to groups that are helping in the community. And I found out about what you're doing. I think it is amazing, and I would love to have you share with us the work that you're doing on a weekly basis.
Absolutely. So I actually love volunteering at the senior center here at Bella Vita.
Awesome.
In town.
Yeah, and it's newer, right?
It's newer. It's only a couple years, approximately 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how often are you there?
I'm there once a week, 4 hours per week.
4 hours every week.
That's right.
Volunteer work.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember right, you said something like Friday evenings?
Friday mornings, actually.
Friday mornings.
Yeah,
Okay, Friday
and
mornings.
it goes all the way to lunch. So
Awesome.
I help with the program.
Yeah.
People come in, they sit, they mingle, and they eat, and we serve them.
Now tell us why is it important to have an active and flourishing senior center and senior community in your bigger community?
Oh, super important. I find that many of the folks that come here are lonely. As you can imagine,
Totally.
many of them have spouses that have passed away.
Yep.
So the senior center gives them an opportunity to come out and mingle with one another, share some food together, some laughs.
I love it.
And they come out and meet us, and we greet them, and they enjoy seeing us.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And Santa Clarita, of course, has one of the best senior centers and senior communities I've ever witnessed. And I think it's super important because these are not just, our parents and our grandparents, but one day, hopefully, it will be us, right? But yeah, this loneliness thing is a very real thing. I know it's a hot topic right now. I don't want it to lose its impact of that word because it's very real.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking a lot about it. I just turned 50 and I'm like, all right, am I just headed into Lonely Town? Because I don't really want to go there. So
yeah.
What you're doing and what the other volunteers are doing is answering that need.
Well, I started volunteering about a year ago, and it was a calling for myself because I wanted to get back. I sometimes I have some free time with flexibility in my business.
Yeah.
And I found myself feeling like I need to help others, and I started thinking, well, who do I connect with?
Yeah.
And I actually connect a lot with the older folks.
Okay.
For some reason, do really well. They really do well with me, and I do well with them. So I figured this is a place.
For sure. If you're going to volunteer, you want to enjoy it, right?
Oh, of course. So I'm passionate about it, and just seeing their faces when they come up to. I'm at the bartending. So I go there and I serve the coffees, the teas.
Yep.
People come up and they smile and they just want to chat. Sometimes they stick around a little longer than needed.
So after you're done with your 4-hour shift there and you leave, how do you feel inside?
Well, people say, why do you do it? And it's honestly, it's like enjoying friendship.
Yeah.
Just being with others and just seeing the people's faces, how the smiling faces, that makes me feel good, and I'm making a difference.
Totally.
And not expecting anything back.
I like to explain it, and I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like volunteer work and being involved in nonprofits and other organizations that are serving in specific needs, it's like the salt of my life. Like, it gives my life a little more flavored. Everything I do in life has a little more flavor because I'm connected with this community, giving to the community, and you know this as well as anybody, and receiving way more than I'm giving.
That's right.
Right?
It's always better to give than to receive.
We've heard it before, but man, it feels so good to be a part of something good like that.
It's not just good. It is needed. There's so many things that are being offered at the senior center.
Yeah.
There's gym, there's workout, There's music. They keep them active.
Yeah, there's like games and concerts.
There's free concerts to them from Monday through Friday. They get food, really good food cooked by a professional chef.
Yeah.
So
I think it's just a couple of bucks, right?
No, it's free
It's
that
free?
I know of.
Okay.
And
maybe you have
some,
to pay if you're under a certain age or something.
Correct.
Okay.
So, but it's you have to come in, register, and fill out an application, put some simple information, and you're in.
So let me ask you this, because I honestly don't know the answer to this question. Is there a need right now? I know there's a need at the senior center for money. So if you're more interested in just giving resources because you don't have the time,
Right.
for sure, contact Mary, and she'll tell you how to correctly give to the senior center. But is there also a need right now for volunteers?
There is a need for volunteers. There was a defund, may I say, of money, cash, to the senior center that just happened approximately 2 months ago.
Okay.
So we lost a substantial amount of cash, and we are definitely in need of donations, or volunteer.
Okay.
So there were
So
some
either way,
layoffs.
if somebody wants to donate resources or donate their time,
Correct.
can they contact you and you'll connect them with the right people at the senior center?
Absolutely.
And that's what we want you to do anyway. We're trying to connect great real estate agents who are in the community doing good work with the good people of the community, not just to sell houses, although if you want to sell your house you should call Mary, but also to become engaged in the community, to have a richer life. And that's one of the things here at California Leasing that we're so passionate about, is if we can contribute to the community consistently becoming better, it enriches our own lives too, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that hard to give when you're getting back more than you're putting in.
I think everyone would benefit if we all just did a little more than what we're expected to do. With that, I mean, if you can help somebody, help somebody.
Yep, absolutely.
Right?
I'll tell you a story. It's a little bit personal. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to tell it, but I'll keep it clean. I was going through a really difficult time in my life. I was in my early 20s, and I called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I am not in a good place. I feel like I'm spiraling. And so we talked a little bit about the situation, and he's asking me, like, what have you been eating and what have you been drinking, making sure I was staying hydrated and getting food. And then he was like, look, here's the thing, John, I think you've just been thinking about yourself. Why don't you go find some place to volunteer some time and meet some other people? And so I did, and lo and behold, that will change your outlook like super fast, right?
Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many benefits to getting involved with a nonprofit, to donating your time to people who need it, to donating your money to people who need it. So what a cool story. I'm really glad you came in and shared this.
Thank you.
And I really hope that if you see this and you feel that little, tingle in your heart, just reach out. If you don't like phone calls, because none of us do, shoot her a text or an email. But get connected. And that is the true answer for loneliness.
Thank you.
Right?
I love the way you just put it.
Yeah, it is. What would life be like with no other people in it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel you're living a life that doesn't have other people in it, go connect. And this is a great way to do it.
Otherwise, it's going to be lonely.
You can bartend with Mary, or you can go to the concerts and just hang out, play games.
I hang out with them all.
There you go. No, this is super good stuff. Thanks again for coming out.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, good to see you. And thank you for joining us on This Week in Santa Clarita Real Estate.